Hi, I'm Josh,
I'm Chad.
and we're game designers
And researchers
from the Exertion Games Lab
at RMIT University.
So Chad, what is Cartload of Fun and what's it all about?
Well, basically, Cartload of Fun is an honours project here in the Exertion Games Lab where we explore what it means to be playing games in public spaces, particularly public transport, because we all know how disengaging it can be to be travelling on public transport, especially if you're travelling on a daily basis. So we wanted to see if we could change that by introducing a game that passengers can play together.
Great. So Chad, why games on public transport?
Well, that's a good question. Games on public transport hasn't been explored before, and we believe that a lot of people will find it strange to be playing with strangers on the tram. But at the same time, we find that to be quite fascinating and exciting because it's something new and something different. A lot of people will be like, what's going on here? This is strange. And it's a way to get people thinking about who we play with or where we play or how we play. And we think that's a very important question.
So do you notice sort of like kind of people going, I don't know if I should play, or kind of like hesitant to get up there and give it a try?
Absolutely. So with games like this in public spaces, there's always a barrier to entry. A lot of people shy away from trying these things, mainly because they know it's a performative interaction. They become self-aware, and then they start getting worried, whereas it shouldn't be like that.
So are we used to sort of like playing games in our living rooms, kind of, at our desks, so like comfortable spaces that we're used to?
Absolutely. So when we think of games, we're always thinking of them as either keyboard and mouse experiences or, like games that you play on your mobile. And these experiences are usually in confined spaces, in your living room, in your bedroom. And I think that's changing. One important thing of what we're trying to do is get people thinking about games in a different way.
When testing, did you kind of get any people that had like a negative response to the game initially, and then kind of lighten up once they kind of saw what the game was about and once they tried it?
Right. So we had one gentleman who was about 35 years old, and he was kind of like a big guy, kind of like beard and all, and he got onto the tram as we were setting up, and he looked at us and he went, "What are you guys doing?" And we said, "Hey, we're setting up a game for everyone's enjoyment. Would you like to give it a go?"
Do you have permission to do this?
Exactly, and that was exactly what he said. He goes, "Do you have permission to do this?" And we said, "Well, obviously, it's a research project. You've got to get permission from your university and from the local tram service provider." But we told him, "Yeah, definitely. Do you want to give it a go?" And he goes, "I don't play games." And I'm like, "Okay, but do you want to give it a go anyway?" And he said, "Sure." So I played with him, and as we were playing, this mean-looking, seven-faced guy changed into a smiling person having a good time on a tram. And when it was game over, he asked if we could play again. And I said, "Sure, let's do it, let's play." And by the end of it, he thanked us, and it was good to see people smiling.
Yeah, and his reaction was, so is this pretty normal? And he was like, "Yeah, it's pretty normal."
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't play games, it was pretty normal.
Yeah.
Good result.
Pretty good. So yeah, every time we get someone to play a game, we ask them, what did it feel like to be playing a game on public transport? Because you don't do that often. And most people's responses were, it was fun, it was entertaining, it was something different, it was interesting, it was intriguing, things like that. And this gentleman said, he thought for a while, and he goes, yeah, it's pretty normal. And we're like, what? Pretty, okay. Pretty normal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? I'll miss a couple of stops, but
I'll take the break.
yeah,
You guys want to give it a go?
trust me, you want to have a go.
You want